everybody. Hey, everybody. All right. I put this on at the last minute, so none of you could come early and say me, please. Sorry about that. I guess I've been having so much trouble with the internet that I'm basically doing this real time, I guess. All right. So, hello, everybody. I'm going to give it just a minute for you guys to find me here. And we'll get set up for our event. Hello, Nicole. Can you hear me? Can you say, yes, you can hear me? That would be awesome. Somebody say, I can hear you. Okay, thank you, Nicole. All right, nice. We're going to use Archangel Michael spray. Communication and safety. Woohoo. And I've got a new friend that I just got from the gem show, Blue Appetite. Look at this. Great for motivation, keeping focused, communication, all the things, which is good because I'm working on a couple things that I'll tell you guys about. I'm working on getting ready for my next energy awareness 101 class in January, getting that up and running, and our Energy on Purpose membership, which is turning out to be such a fun thing. And I'm doing basically a monthly oracle reading, finding out the theme, then making materials and writing blogs and like counsels things for the theme. So it'll be based on what the forecast is. All right, you guys, thanks for finding me. If you have not done this before, I'm Leanne Holitza. I am an oracle card reader, energy healer, and we are going to do a little forecasting for the week with the energy cards. We have Yantra deck, and I'm going to use the Wisdom Hidden Realms from Colette Baron Reed today. So if you guys would like a card to know what your week's going to be about, type me please in the comments. We will do a collective reading, then we'll do a 1, 2, 3 reading, which is basically going to be the start of your personal readings, and especially if you're watching later. And then we'll do each of yours. And if we start to see cards come three times the charm, as far as that means, it's for all of us. So I would recommend hanging out till the end because we start to get a pretty good idea about the themes for the week. All right, here we go. All right, so the week starts off feeling kind of disconnected. All right, so the one card is like, I'm not sure. I feel like I'm an island all unto myself. And, I got to do this all myself kind of thing. Now, obviously, there's more help than you know all the time, but sometimes we just feel this way, alone. In the middle of the week, the helper of the week is stillness. Okay. So this is not the middle of the week. This is for the whole week. What's going to be good for you is being in balance with the dark and the light, the do, the be, being actively participating in stillness so things can happen. Okay. So if you've done all the things, but now it's time for you to step back so the universe can bring you your co-creators, then that will come through. And then you can get back to doing when it makes sense. Okay. So this is the week, is just asking you to make sure to take time to be still so the universe can do its thing. All right. The end of the week, embrace is upside down. This is really self-criticism, judgment of self, feeling like you really can't accept yourself or love yourself unconditionally, that you have to have it be a certain way. So just be aware that this week could feel a little bit like taking a hit to your self-esteem, taking a little bit of hit to feeling like you need to do more, and doing more is not necessarily what's going to get you where you want to go. You were told to be still. Okay. All right, let's do the 1, 2, 3s. So this is your first card, you guys. Okay. So tuning in to which one's going to be yours, 1, 2, or 3. Now Colette writes her books with these are not necessarily reverse meanings. Okay. Sometimes, especially this one, she writes the upside downs as a challenger. So I'll try to pay attention to which direction they come out, as well as, which direction, what the card is itself. Okay. So for example, here we go. This is the Winged Wise Ones, Angelic Help, Miracles, Aid, but it's upside down. Okay, so what this is saying to you guys is just what the other cards were saying. We may feel like we have to do it all by ourselves, and this is challenging you to ask your unseen helpers to help you. Ask them to come in and give you some wisdom about where you're in your own way, okay? If you picked 2, you're working with the map maker of destiny. This is where you're going to be working on your authentic inspiration. So you're going to be in your own free will. You're going to want to take lots of notes about what you're thinking about. And you're also going to be kind of asking yourself to align with the right things. Okay. If you picked 3, you got the Fire Prince, which is optimism and aggression. Okay. So even though the message that was going before was like a, be still, that kind of thing, that is true. And if you're really, if you got a 3, you're also being asked to take some action and be kind of optimistic that your action is going to send you really far right now. Okay. All right. Y'all found me. Hi, everybody. Okay. I'm going to start at the top, which would be Nicole. Nicole, your focus for the week. The Metal King upside down. Okay. So in the Challenger, discipline, armor, and boundaries. So it's challenging you to get more discipline, to get more of your armor up, in sense, not like hard in your heart, but in that like, nope, not going to do it. Not going to play that game, that kind of thing. So just be aware you're being asked to be pretty disciplined in what you say yes and no to this week. Aaron T. Aaron, you're in the Challenger mode of the High Lady of Love and Compassion. So this is basically reverence, kindness, consideration. I'm hearing from the guides that this is asking for you to turn that on yourself. The upside down is challenging you to have this compassion wherever you can, even for the people that are driving you crazy this week. It is a week to really try it on the best you can, to say everybody's doing their best, even if their best doesn't seem like it's enough for what you need from them. Okay. Kimberly S. Okay, you got this in the reverse, the eyes of beauty, positive expectations and clarity. So this is in reverse. And basically what this is saying is, are you sure that you're using the veil of positivity, or are you using the veil of fantasy? So being willing to see what is and still see the chaos and that type of thing, it can be beautiful too. Okay. I know you're like, great. Nolani with Aaron T. Nolani, you got the hungry ghost right side up. Okay. So this is about obsessive scarcity consciousness or feeling attached to things. Okay. So be careful with that this week, as far as what is the reason it's called a hungry ghost is because it's always hanging out, eating and munching, and it's always hungry. And no matter what you do to feed it, it doesn't get fed. So it's kind of acknowledging, like, where are your thoughts getting stuck? Where are your lack-minded thoughts getting stuck? And how can you be intentional about shifting that up? Okay. And being more positive as best you can. You don't have to do toxic positivity, just, getting a little more realistic. What is happening? Cynthia, you up second time. High Lady of Love and Compassion. Okay. So I'm really hearing from the guides today on this card that you guys are being challenged. And this is the second time we've seen this. So it could be our message for the whole week for us, is even the people who are driving crazy, even the situations that don't seem like they should be going the way they're going, have some love and compassion. Try and see that everybody's doing their best. Assume best intention if you can. Okay. All right. Christy, Kira, and Finn. Christy. Oh, I shuffled and flipped. So you got High Lady of Love and Compassion right side up. So she's obviously playing around with us this week, you guys. So for you, it's really kind of leaning into where it's coming at you, where you can see that other people are showing you it. And be sure to say, yes, thank you, more please, as you're receiving it. Okay. Kira, you've got the Well Watcher upside down. Okay. Wisdom, peace, power of the divine. Okay. So basically this is like asking you to challenge yourself to protect what is worth protecting for you, to give yourself a chance to say, I know what I value. I know what I'm worth. And I watch over that worth so that I don't just give it away willy-nilly kind of thing. Okay. Finn, you got the Well Watcher right side up. Okay. So you guys are both doing this week. Protect your values, do the things that you want to do, but be sure that you're protecting yourself, your authentic self, really being in alignment with what you think is important, to make sure that that future you're marching towards represents you. Okay. Diane, you got the Lady of the Mirror upside down. So reflection and non-judgment. All right. So it's challenging you to see where you're being very judgmental, where you're not reflecting, where you're reflecting too much on other people's actions, not enough on your own. The mirror card is asking you to just kind of take a minute, the man in the mirror moment. Take a look to change what you've got going on with you. Drop the judgment this week and just be gentle with yourself and everybody around you. Kara and Tatiana. Kara, okay, third time's a charm on the well watcher. Well, not upside down. Second time's a charm on the well watcher, but this one's definitely playing around with us too. Okay, so upside down, we're asking you to reflect. Kara, what are your values? Are your values serving you? Could you shift it up to make sure that you're protecting what's really needing to be protected? Tatiana, you've got the Hawk Prince, spirit communication, pay attention. So this is especially saying pay attention to the birds that fly around, the butterflies, the dragonflies, the nature spirits that are all around you. Just kind of notice that there's a little sign of hello to you around that, okay? Stephanie, you've got the spirit whisper, divine guidance, and higher knowing. So this is really paying attention to the small things, paying attention to what are you hearing, what is spirit whispering to you, especially when you first wake up in the morning in the positive ways, just kind of taking a minute to feel into the spirit that is whispering to you this week. Write it down too, you guys just said. Write down what you think you're hearing from spirit. Take notes. Sam, Dragon's Duel and the Challenger Road, but this card actually doesn't really have a upside down. Inner conflict, morality, and consciousness dance. This is basically yin and yang. This is the card nothing's gone wrong. This is the card that there's always, especially in the 3D realm, there's black and white. There's contrast, okay? So this week you're going to be playing with the contrast and just kind of see where you want to land with that contrast. Kelly and Matthew. Kelly, you've got some Phoenix energy this week. It's going to be time to resurrect, surrender to change. It's time. Let's do it. Get yourself in that place where you can say, I'm up for it. I've got the time and energy to change inside myself now, and I'm going to do it because it's Phoenix time. Matthew, keeper of the scales and challenger. Okay, so this is fairness and balance. Okay, but this is also kind of challenging you to know that not everything will feel fair. And this week might feel like an out of balance, but the universe will adjust the course. It just may not be really obvious this week. Okay, so just kind of let it go. Let the fairness, the justice-oriented mindset go this week. Miranda Z. This card always cracks me up. The Camel Boy. Small steps. Ask for help, okay? So give yourself a chance to really truly see where are you not asking for help? Where can you ask for more help? Give yourself a chance to say, I would like to acknowledge that I need help, not just because I'm in trouble, but because, I'm going to be good about asking for help. I'm not good about it either, so I get it. Kalina, I know, Kelly, I know. But hopefully Phoenix energy is good though, Kalina, you're going to be working with the winged wise ones upside down. If you picked one at the beginning, it's reminding you. So it's kind of like the Camel Boy. Ask for help. Ask for help from the wise ones. See miraculous aid. Like see it come in. See your miracles. Affirm the miracles that have already happened so that you can say, oh yeah, I've seen it before. It can happen again. All right, Janelle and Donnie. Janelle, you've got spirit whisper upside down. Okay, so we saw this before, but divine guidance and higher knowing. You're a little blocked to your divine guidance is what I'm hearing right now. So it's like, it's okay. Doesn't mean anything's wrong. It just means that you listening to your heart and yourself is more important than anything right now. Okay. It's not necessarily listening to the guides and the spirit. Donnie, second time right side up, the high lady of love and compassion. Fourth time we've seen her though. Okay. So she's coming around, you guys. Be compassionate. Love yourself and others. Be kind, especially to the people you don't want to be kind to. Okay? A little effort there today. All right. Robin, sending you some positive energy for your 2 part-time jobs. All right, Robin. You got the Queen of the Light in the challenge mode, okay? So she's just basically saying that it's not time necessarily to celebrate, but you can celebrate every single day that you woke up, that you showed up, that your internet is working, that all the things, okay? So just give yourself a little time to challenge yourself to celebrate, even when it seems like it may be premature to celebrate. Chris, you have brought the 3rd time's a charm card to us, the Well Watcher. Okay, so this is for all of us now, and it came in the challenger mode. So I'm going to pull the book out because we'll see what Colette says about this stuff. All right, she says the Well Watcher comes to let you know that you've run out of steam. Ugh, I can feel that, you guys. Self-will alone isn't enough to make things happen. All cannot be yours at this time. If you feel you're going nowhere, it's because you're meant to stay put. Remember that card we got at the very beginning where it said stillness? Willfulness can lead you to becoming like a bull in a china shop, creating havoc as you push forward. All right, so guys, little warning there. Don't push forward when it like a bull in a china shop. What protects your authentic self, okay? All right. Austin, you've got the Phoenix energy upside down too. So coming out of the ashes, resurrection, surrender to change. It's challenging you to change. It's challenging you to see where you can use the stuff that's happened, maybe even the stuff that didn't feel so good to happen, and make it useful to you in your time of change right now. Okay. Terry, 3rd time's a charm for the winged wise ones, upside down in the challenger. Let's see what Colette says about this. So this is for all of us, you guys. Terry, you can focus in particular on this. Ready? Okay, she only comes as an ally, actually. So there's not even, I thought that just the dragon one was the other one. So this is actually, this only comes, and she doesn't come to challenge you. She just comes to be your ally. It says, always allies, never challengers. The winged wise ones represent the aid of all the angels. When you enter their realm, know that your sincere prayers will be answered according to the will of the divine. This also represents divine intervention and the potentials of miracles to heal and transform as if by magic. Okay, so that's 3rd time's the charm, guys. So that's going to be a card we all want to pay attention to this week. Prayers to your winged ones. All right, Janelle, you asked for your sister Janice. Let's give Janice a card. Keeper of the scales, right side up. So this is basically saying you're not necessarily able to have justice this week. It's just kind of, there is fairness and there's balance in the universe, but it doesn't always come in the forms we think about. So when you kind of have a sense that you're wanting fairness, also pause. Remember the message of just pausing. Give it over to the divine and ask for balance, okay? National Geographic. Okay, well, National Geographic, you got the Well Watcher again. So now this is a 4th time's a charm, right side up for us. So let's look at our 3rd time's a charm for the right side up. So I'm going to pull the book back out again. Let's see what else it wants us to know. The Well Watcher signals the need to go within and contemplate the true source of power in the world, which is remind you that it's that of the divine. This is a message to let you know that you're being called to the well, and this means these unseen powers will be there and will be yours to align with. Okay, so lots of messages about getting back to the divine energies, it sounds like. Pay attention to what's important. Don't let fake power distract you. Okay. Hannah, you got the camel boy. Ask for help. Small steps, okay? It's sometimes it doesn't have to be that something went wrong that you ask for help. Sometimes it's just going to literally be that you're just you and people want to help you. So it's okay. You know, sometimes people forget to ask for, you know, that job referral or that help with making a connection or whatever. People get too shy. Don't be shy. Ask for help. Kimberly and Juan Carlos. Kimberly, okay. 4th time's the charm for the winged wise one. All right, message for all of us, you guys. I'm going to read some more from Colette. Let's see what she has to say here. Have faith, whatever your circumstances. Heavenly beings are watching over you. The winged wise ones give you a glimpse of the future by offering messages whispered on the wind. These are translated within you in inspired thought, instantly unraveling the past and revealing the present. Okay, so Winged wise ones, pray to them, let them know I need your help. Little help here. Throw me a bone. Juan Carlos, you got the dragon's jewel. Okay, so this is inner conflict, morality, consciousness dance. This is a little bit about being conflicted with yourself and your own choices around what inner conflict even means. So just kind of notice and where your morals might have changed because you asked some questions and you got different answers than you expected. Okay, Lisa. Oh, these guys are persistent. Winged wise once again. Okay, there's one more paragraph to read on this one, so I'll go ahead and do it. Here we go. Everybody listen. The winged wise ones are being persistent. Be aware of the higher consciousness in you. It's a good time to observe your thoughts through meditation. Who is observing those thoughts? That self is kin to the winged wise ones who have come to help you say it. Okay, we got some angelic help this week. Let's do it. Melissa and Shannon and Heidi. Melissa, the lady of the mirror upside down. Okay, so this is asking you to be careful about where you're judging what you think you know about somebody else's choices and what you actually do know are maybe not the same thing. So it's just a little caution of like, hold on, don't be too judgy. Stay reflecting on yourself, okay? Heidi. Well, watchers being persistent too. Coming around. A little bit more to read on this one. Let's see. The affirmations and prayers will invite the divine to bring miracles and resolutions to your life. Thy will be done through me, for me, and the highest good for all, for the true manifestation of my purpose. You will know the way forward by still small voices within. The divine also may answer your call by sending you help for others to guide you. A lot of offers for help this week, you guys. Pick the right deck. All right. Heidi. All right. So the lady of the gift, generosity, receiving, and withholding. Okay. So basically, sometimes we have to give the gift and then kind of wait for a minute to see. And it doesn't always come in a transactional form. You give help to the person in the parking lot and then it's down the way. You need help in a parking lot somewhere else and somebody comes to your aid. So you just kind of let yourself get aligned with that. Okay. So just letting the aid kind of just come from all the different sources, but give where you want to give. Okay. All right, Lars, you're working with Hawk Prince this week. Okay. Spirit communication and paying attention. This is in particular paying attention to nature, giving yourself an opportunity to say, I do want to be seeing the signs and synchronicities. I'm going to trust them. I'm not going to make fun of the fact that people like to say, oh, there's the dragonflies and those represent my grandma. But this week I'm going to say that's my grandma. So just a little bit of more magic with the nature this week. Okay. Eat 100 foods. You've got the web weaver in the reverse. So this is basically saying, it says synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. And when it's coming upside down, what I'm getting for you is that it's going to be really important for you to see the web you've already woven, who's plucking the strings and maybe making disruptions in those webs, and then how you can kind of put yourself in alignment with, intentionally weaving more of your web yourself and trimming out the things that can be problematic. All right. All right, you guys. So far, the well watcher and the winged ones are the ones that want to come talk to us. If you're still hanging out, hi, thanks for hanging out. I'm going to kind of summarize a little bit of what we've got going on here in a minute. I'm going to throw a card for my husband because sometimes he brings us a 3 times the charm as well. So let's throw a card for Matt. Okay, the map maker of destiny in the reverse. So what this is basically saying is authentic purpose and inspiration and free will. It's challenging you to see whether or not you're doing what you want to be doing or if you're just doing what you think you're supposed to be doing. And the universe might make it pretty uncomfortable for you until you start to write your own destiny, until you be in your own authentic space. Okay? All right. Let's see here. You're welcome. Thanks for listening. All right. So I'm just going to kind of pull these two cards out like I said, if you guys haven't asked for a card, then you can type me please in the comments. I'll get you one. But let me just kind of pull out these two cards and listen to them together. Okay. So these Well Watcher and the Wise Ones. Let's see what else they want to say about this week. So we kind of got wrapped up in finding help artificially. Maybe, this is not necessarily a dig on the robots or AI, but they only can feed back what you put into it. So this is kind of remembering that there is a bigger picture. There is help available. And when you say you think something is important, so the well watcher, and you make sure that above all else, that thing is protected, and you ask for help to keep it protected, that is going to be something that allows you to align with a little bit higher pathway, a little bit higher purpose. And therefore, it's probably going to be easier because when you line up with that path, you have an opportunity to basically have the universe have your back, right? The wind is behind you blowing your sails because you're not resisting what is, but instead creating more of what it will be. Okay. So give yourself a chance to just really dig into this, ask for help. Maybe every day write down a request for help from the winged wise ones, because that seems like it's something that might be worth doing. All right. Okay, I think I saw one more person join in. If you joined in just recently, you can type me please in the comments if you want to ask for a card. Otherwise, we're going to wrap up today and we will get together again next week. I appreciate that you guys found me. I didn't get the thing posted in advance because I've been having so much trouble with the internet. But here we are. We did it. All right. Go be amazing. I'll see you later next week.